So 2.1 is on frequency distributions. I typically like to start with something that is qualitative and then go over to the quantitative version. Frequency distributions are used in or with quantitative data. We can't use it with qualitative, but visually it's something else. Let's see. Let's have an example so that I can get data from here.
How many people have reusable water bottles or cups?
Okay, what?
How many people in the class have like reusable water bottles or cups?
Reusable water bottles. Okay. There are different types, right?
Yeah.
Because I need at least a bunch.
Oh, like a bottle or different brands.
Different brands. Okay, it's a good example, but I don't think we'll have enough data here, right? Because we don't have enough brands. Okay.
Someone prefers like Starbucks or Dunkin'.
Okay, Starbucks, Dunkin'. Somehow I saw this coming. Okay, how many of you prefer Starbucks? Okay, she's all excited. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dunkin'. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Neither. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now that simply is a frequency distribution, but for qualitative data, keep in mind when we talk about frequency distributions, especially in this class, we are referring to quantitative data. But I started with this because if you understand this, it will be easier to follow what we're about to do. So this is the brand. And what I did is I went around and I counted, right? I wanted to say how frequent a person said that they prefer Starbucks. That would be frequency. What is the point of this? We have the frequency distribution. I don't even have to ask the question. The moment I put that number 9 in there, some started laughing. All the Starbucks fans started laughing. Oh, look, very low. So just by looking at the frequency distribution, you get an idea as to which is most frequent, or most preferred, least preferred, etc. We can have as many categories as we want, and of course the table is going to get really lengthy, in which case we will go for a graph. If you take this and I asked you to create a graph, what graph would you create?
Bar graph.
Very good, a bar graph. So and how did we create this? We created that using a simple frequency distribution from a sample. The sample is one that I collected here. If you are giving a presentation or something, would you prefer to give a table or a nice picture? Picture, definitely, because people can understand visual stuff better than a bunch of numbers, especially if you have a giant table. Great. What we're going to do next is, don't think about this time, but I'll give an introduction. We want to do the same thing that we did over there, but for quantitative tasks. How would we organize them and put it in the table? Any thoughts?
Scatter plot?
Scatter plot? No. Not a plot. I'll repeat the question. We have numbers, maybe continuous, maybe discrete, doesn't matter. Whole bunch of numbers. But I want to take all those numbers and I want to create a frequency distribution. What comes to your mind?
There'd be like X, Y points.
Okay, that's a coordinate pair, but I kind of think where you're going, but not sure.
Graph, like you don't want to chart, you're saying?
So I want to organize or group a bunch of numbers in different categories. How would I do it?
I just write it like that.
Okay, so if you have a sample that has 3.14, 3.29, 4.56, 3.82, you're going to write a number for each of them.
I would do like 1 to 2,
Oh,
2 to 3,
no.
3 to 4, 4 to
Very good. 1 to Sydney said, Sydney, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. So I could take all numbers that fall in that interval and throw it in there. And it can't be exactly 2, 2.1. I'll show you how to create it next time. All numbers that fall in that interval, throw it in there, and I can keep on going. Now this is organized. Do you agree? So this is how we're going to create a frequency distribution for continuous data or discrete data. Each of those intervals are similar to a category that you have here. So just like we created a bar graph here, we can create something called a histogram there. Good. Okay, good place to stop. If you have questions, do talk to me.